Flair has said he never wants to wrestle again. But I've got 16 ex-wives. Woo! Got 16 ex-wives, brother. I need the alimony money, brother. Well, Ric Flair wrestle again. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Ric Flair has been chewing his gums. He's been running his mouth on the Ric Flair podcast to be the man. He's been hitting out at people claiming he's begging to wrestle again. He says he never wants to wrestle again. Do we believe him? No. Back in 2007, Ric Flair says that I will never retire. And honestly, in 2023, I still believe him. I think the only thing that will retire Ric Flair is death. But he was speaking about his final match, Ric Flair's last match, where he teamed up with Andrade to take on the team of Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, and he was getting a bit defensive here. He was basically, he was like, reaching out to people that said he's begging to do it again, and that's what he had to say. And this is really funny because he's basically wondering why people are accusing him of wanting to wrestle again when he literally said it. But this is what Ric Flair had to say this week on the To Be The Man podcast. He said, and I quote, "I don't know why they keep saying I'm begging for another match. What I have said to you repeatedly is I wish I could redo that match. I'm not begging for another match. I don't want to wrestle again. I have no desire. I wish I had that match to do over again is what I've said repeatedly." End of quote. Okay, Rick. Okay, Nature Boy. Maybe the reason why people have said you're begging for another match is because you literally said, like last week, or 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, whatever, that you were begging to do it again. That's a quote. That's an actual quote. Ric Flair says, quote, begging to do it again. Now, that to me, that means that you want to do it again. You want to have another match. You're not wishing you could have done things differently. That's not what you said. You said you were begging to do it again. But Ric Flair now is getting pretty defensive, and it's weird. Like 1 minute he's open to another match, the next minute he doesn't want a match. I guess it depends on his bank balance. I guess it depends on how many ex-wives are looking for money. But yeah, is Ric Flair done? Is Ric Flair retired? I wouldn't bet any money on it. And it's strange to see why he's getting so defensive. I mean, I guarantee you, if the Saudis offered Flair, a big money deal tomorrow, he would be on his podcast saying, "I'm begging to do it again, brother. Whoa, give me a match, brother. Whoa." This guy is sad. I mean, if he's got any brain cells left, if he's got any self-respect left for himself, he shouldn't wrestle again. The last match was an embarrassment. It spells of the match, you legit felt like he could die, and that's not right. You shouldn't be feeling that. I get wrestling's dangerous, and if something goes wrong, then yeah, you could have a fatal injury, you could have a fatal accident, it could be life-threatening. But I mean, Ric Flair walking down to the ring last time looked life-threatening, for God's sake. He couldn't even get his belt off, and the fact that he passed out multiple times, he was bleeding all over the place, it was just too much. He's 73, 74 years old. Just sit at home, Ric Flair. Come on, put the slippers on and do your little podcast. There's no harm in growing old. You were the man, you were the Nature Boy, but now you're just an old guy trying to stay relevant. So yeah, if I was Ric Flair, and I'm not saying once you get to a certain age you need to stop chasing your dreams or whatever, or stop living your lifestyle, but come on, at 73, I think you have to grow up a little bit at least. There's a certain time where you need to mature, and you have to accept that you can't do the things that you used to do when you were let's say 50 years fucking younger. So come on, Flair, seriously, put the boots away. Put the boots away, keep the microphone out, keep doing your podcast, and no one will listen to it because Conrad Thompson is boring as fuck. But maybe get rid of him, and then maybe I'll tune back in to Be The Man podcast. But yeah, guys, let us know in the comments, do you want to see Ric Flair wrestle again? Do you have any desire to see Ric Flair wrestle again? I recently purchased the TNA network, so I might check out some Ric Flair matches. I was thinking about just watching TNA again from the debut episode, but if I do that, it's going to take 6 years to get to Ric Flair, and I'll be honest, I mean, Ric Flair's run in TNA for me is a guilty pleasure. I thought it was really good, especially the stuff he did with Jay Lethal. I get some of it was embarrassing, he's running around showing his ass in street fights and stuff like that, but that promo where him and Jay Lethal have the woo off. I mean, that's to be one of the best things I think ever done in wrestling. So yeah, I mean, it was Car Crash, but Car Crash TV can be entertainment. Give me Ric Flair TNA over anything in WWE in the past like 5 years, 100%. Anyway, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts on Ric Flair. Do you want to see a Ric Flair return, or have you had enough of the Nature Boy? Woo!